Is it permissible to ignore abnormal discharge if it is not menstrual fluid? Is it permissible to ignore abnormal discharge if it is not menstrual fluid? Tamam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So firstly, when you say is it permissible to ignore, what exactly does that mean, right? When you ask a question about Islamic sacred law, because you are dealing with what is essentially law or ahkam, we have to be specific so that the answer can be tailor-made specifically as well. So, of course, if it is not menstrual blood or if it is not related to menstrual blood, so it's not the discharge before or after the period, but it's normal discharge, natural discharge, then in terms of can you ignore it, firstly, it is not menstrual blood, so therefore you can ignore it as not being part of menstrual blood if that was the question. However, if the question is pertaining to the purification of this discharge, then there's something to discuss here. So Imam Ibn Hajar al-Haytami rahimahullah ta'ala, he classified vaginal moisture or discharge in one of three ways. So the first is that it is considered pure. So the moisture or mucus that sometimes exits a woman's private parts is usually whitish between that which is called madhi, right, and perspiration. If it exits from an area of the private part that must be washed in a ghusl, right? So normally in a ghusl, the recommendation is for women to squat or to wash that which would normally be revealed of their private part when they squat. So if it's from that area, if it exits from an area of the private part that must be washed during a ghusl, then this is considered pure. This is considered absolutely pure. So there's absolutely no need to wash it away or to consider it as najasa because it is pure. The second type of discharge is considered impure. And this is when it exits from an area of the vagina that does not require washing in a purificatory bath. So when it's deeper than what must be washed during a ghusl. Then there's the third type of discharge. If it is moisture that exits from an area between the aforementioned areas, so it's not from the outer area of the private part, nor is it from deep within the private part, it is in between that. There are differing views about this, but the official view of the school, of the Shafi'i school, is that it is pure, it is not najasa, and this comes from the Hashiyatul Jamal ala Sharh al-Manhaj. Now, this classification should, inshallah ta'ala, answer the question succinctly. Is it permissible to ignore? It is, depending on what exactly you mean thereby. It's not part of menstrual blood, as you've already identified. Can you ignore it on a daily basis? That's not a Shari'i question. Obviously, we need to try to be clean all the time, but from a Shari'i perspective, it is not considered to be impure according to the classification that we've just unpacked, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.